Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Cobx Indian Esports Championship. These are now a series of double elimination games. The very first is between Aggressive 5 on the Radiant and Innovative Esports on the Dia. My name is Vivek. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we're already off to a great start. Wisp getting banned out by Innovative Esports. Haven't seen a Wisp ban or pick for the longest time in the Indian Dota scene, but it looks like they've done their research. They do know that Aggressive 5 can possibly play it. They're not taking their chances. Aggressive 5, for those of you that don't know, is an organization that has stuck together for a really long time. Pasol is the captain, and if I'm not mistaken, they're 4 or 5. You've also got Batosai in this lineup, the ex Beyond Infinity player, who's playing under the nickname Ban. We've also got our very own Wonder Kid, the next Crowley in the making, I presume, Negi, probably going to the mid role. And a first off Monkey King getting picked up by Innovative Esports.
5 seconds remaining.
Staying true to their name, for sure. Aggressive 5, first couple of picks, they could go for the Earth Spirit, maybe even the Treant Protector. The pool is still fairly open. Abaddon getting banned out by the Radiant. A lot of bans coming out and a lot of hate for this hero. Nobody likes to play against him. The Slada ban, I mean, it makes sense, but are you okay giving away a first phase Monkey King to the opponent there?
Axe.
But Aggressive 5, they respond with the Tusker and the Axe. Tusker does have that great EXP talent that he picks up at level 10. That does allow him to snowball quite literally. Axe, good initiation. They do not necessarily have the best ways to deal with the Monkey King in terms of vision, but Frozen Sigil does allow that to some extent. I mean, you can pop it, it moves rather easily, does provide a good amount of vision. And maybe this is Aggressive 5's way to respond to the Monkey King. The Underlord pickup though, it's going to be hard for Aggressive 5 to deal with that hero. I mean, right now they haven't yet revealed their cores and the supports that will be joining them, but they do need enough firepower to deal with the Underlord. Aggressive 5 banning out the Terrorblade. We all saw what it did at the major. Congrats to OG for coming out on top in a closely contested series. If I'm not mistaken, it's been since TI3 since we went all the way up till a best of 5 in a Valve event. The last time that happened was Alliance versus Navi, and S4 sealed the deal a second time. Terrorblade getting banned out. Innovative Esports, they respond with the TA. Looks more like a targeted ban against Negi. I mean, he does play a lot of TA. He's really proficient at that hero. But the next pick comes to Aggressive 5, and if they want to, they could pick up the Invoker for Negi.
Dire team back.
Spectre getting banned out. I mean, Spectre, more than the great scaling core that she is, it's also one of the better ways to deal with initiation. I mean, if you get Haunt off, you pretty much disable the enemy's Blink Dagger, and you can play off that. But yeah, Aggressive 5, it looks like they want their hacks to go through and get the call that he's been looking for. Juggernaut getting banned out by Innovative Esports. Solid core, considering that they do have one of the better counters to the Juggernaut in the form the Axe. Call does hold the Juggernaut in place if he pops the Blade Fury. Next pick for Aggressive 5 could look to pick up this support that's going to be babysitting the core. Warlock wouldn't be too bad here. But they're going to give Negi his Invoker.
Dire team pick.
And yeah, Innovative Esports, if they want to, they could pick up the Warlock themselves. Wukong's command, Pit of Malice, maybe even a Golem on top. It's one messy team fight.
10 seconds remaining.
For those of you just tuning in, waking up from your afternoon game of Dota, this is the Cobx Indian Esports Championship. And we've got Aggressive 5 facing out versus Innovative Esports in a best of 3. Do stick around. We've also got a giveaway going on our stream, so you can just type in exclamation giveaway in chat. and you stand the chance of winning something.
10 seconds.
Warlock does get picked up by Innovative Esports. So the team fight is really strong. They have a great support that roams around the map effectively, providing them vision.
Reserve
Fatal Bonds just adds to all of the team fight. And with the Underlord frontlining, I do like the draft coming out from Innovative Esports. Can Aggressive 5 deal with this though? And is this one of the games where you go Cobx on the Invoker just to disjoint the opponent's team fight? Next pick for Aggressive 5 could probably be a support. Looks like they'll go with the Lion.
team pick.
Innovative Esports looking for something in the mid lane to deal with the Invoker. Could pick up something like the OD.
10
The puck would also be great, honestly. Dream Coil into Wukong's command just amplifies that team fight already. Aggressive 5 are missing their safe laner here. Innovative Esports wondering whether they pick up the courier or the mid laner. The one position core or the mid laner. They do know what they're going up against in the mid lane. It is an Invoker. But is there a core that you'd like to pick up just to deny that core to Aggressive 5? I mean, Aggressive 5 could pick up something like the Lifestealer. If they want to, they do have someone to carry him into battle in the form of the Axe. Innovative Esports. Thinking whether we go all out team fight with the Buck or maybe just pick up something like the OD. Could throw in a little bit of push if they want to and pick up the DK themselves. Wouldn't be too bad.
Ursa Warrior.
It's going to be the Ursa Warrior. They do foresee a Lifestealer getting picked out by Aggressive 5 and they do want ways to deal with it. They do have a great Rosh taking lineup with the Underlord Warlock and the Ursa Warrior. So Rosh could definitely be on the cards. Monkey King does like to pick up an early Medallion. Or maybe even a Basher. There are many ways to build that hero, but I've seen a lot of Monkey Kings pick up the Medallion into Solar Crest. Last van coming up from Aggressive 5, something in the mid lane, something that be a pain for Negi to go up against. Should probably be the OD. Yeah. OD seems like the stronger laner that Invoker might have a hard time with. They could also ban out the Puck. I mean, Puck does have great synergy with the Monkey King. Drop the coil, get the Wukong's command, and well, it's only going to go one way or the other. But they're banning out the Shadow Fiend here. Innovative Esports, lot of options in the mid lane. Ember Spirit still available. They have to ban out one last core though, and I think it's just safe to ban out the Lifestealer.
10 seconds.
They're gonna ban out the Slark. Fair enough.
Dire team pick.
What is Innovative Esports going to run in the mid lane? I'd really like to see a Puck here. Just to augment the team fight that's already coming out, but they're going to go with the Tinker.
Team pick.
At Aggressive 5. Last pick on the board for them. Lifestealer, not a bad option at all. The magic immunity would be nice, but is it enough with just the axe to carry you into battle? Other options being the Sven, maybe even the Morphling, so that they have some split push potential of their own. could do safe lane Timber Saw if you want to. The pure damage would be nice. The the Chakram would be good versus the Monkey King. Good setup coming out for the Invoker in the form of the line, but it's going to be the Morphling. Some split push of their own, a good mix of magic burst damage as well as physical DPS. And yeah, both lineups seem really evenly matched. If anything, I'm going to hand it down to Innovative Esports. They can fight quite frequently with the Monkey King. And it's all going to boil down to how aggressive 5 deal with those rotations coming up from the Monkey King. Anyway, folks, so those of you just tuning in, this is the Cobx Indian Esports Championship. My name is Vivek, and we've got Aggressive 5 facing off versus Innovative Esports in what promises to be an action-packed best of 3. If Dota doesn't interest you and you're looking for something else on the stream, we do have giveaways as well. Exclamation giveaway is what you need to type, and you might stand a chance to take home something. This is also being broadcasted on Twitch simultaneously. So it's your choice if you wish to watch this on Twitch or on YouTube, purely up to you. Innovative Esports, I mean, I do not know who they are, but they did draft quite an interesting draft. They've got a little bit of everything. And this does promise to be an interesting game if nothing else. And there comes the usual pause. Nothing too surprising there. Load into the game, bind a key, and just pause. That's all you need to do. This is also a double elimination, if I'm not mistaken. So the loser of this match does stand another chance to come back into this game. We do have some time on our hands, so let's run through the lineups rather quickly. Flare, aka Pasol, will be playing the line. Tusker will be played by Sacrifice. Morphling will be played by Jian. Negi on the Invoker. And Patosai, the good old offlaner of Beyond Infinity, will be going to the offlane on the Axe. On the other side of the river, we've got Red playing the Ursa Warrior, ND Dodo on the Monkey King, Melanie on the Tinker, and Underlord on the Hidden Mist. That leaves us with Pinoy on the Warlock. Admin and a sense of humor, activating cheats is what he says in all chat. Okay, we're good to go. This mid matchup though, Invoker versus Tinker, it is a matchup where I see the Tinker coming out on top here, especially with the rotations coming out from the Monkey King. Early rotation coming out from Jian. Just probably looking to see the offlaner coming to drop his ward, but the Dire, they're rather slow when it comes. I mean, they haven't moved out of the lanes as quickly as the Radiant though. And folks, we are joined by Cloudx in the studio. How's it going, Cloudx?
What's up, Vivek? Thank you for having me again. I've kind of missed the draft here. We're just getting the giveaway set up on the stream and getting everything good to go. Looks like we are on the way, and I see that we have a Monkey King pick coming out. Monkey King, Ursa, these guys have taken a page out of the VP playbook clearly with their Ursa Warrior pickup.
Yeah, but at least they're not running a mid Ursa because he could get demolished versus the Invoker. Tinker versus Invoker though in the mid lane is a matchup which should favor the Tinker.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's one of those matchups that could go either way. It's mostly going to depend on those rotations towards the middle lane. Sacrifice is on the task. Can you take a quick look at aggressive fives lineup here? They've got the Lion being played by Flair, and look, clearly he's going to be on the support. Sacrifice is Sacrifice Badusai?
No, Batusai is Axe.
Oh, Ban, yeah, of course, that's Axe.
Yeah. So he is going to the offlane. They did let go of their earlier offlaner, that was Haunter, who was in a temporary position with them. And yeah, they're playing against a Monkey King. The only vision that they have to deal with this Monkey King is the frozen sigil coming out from the Tusker.
Yeah, I think that's okay though. It's better than nothing. Alright, so we're getting feedback. Shabazz is Sacrifice. Fair enough. Oh, he's gone for the courier and he's gonna get it. What the hell? How does that even happen? And are they seriously gonna get first blood as well? No, looks like at least the Invoker's gonna survive, but he's gonna have to burn through that salve pretty soon.
Yeah, he was expecting a possible Sunstrike, but it didn't come out from the Invoker. Good early game rotations coming out from the Radiant. A little bit of miss micro coming out from the Tinker, letting his courier walk in all the way. And yeah.
Right.
Underlord levels of Firestorm at level 1 though. Would you rather see the Atrophy Aura?
Yeah, I would actually rather see the Atrophy Aura, but I guess he's kind of expecting to hit level 2 real soon. He might be in a bit of a pickle here. Sacrifice is giving chase. He should have, yeah, he's got the ice shards available. Do they have Flare with the Earth Spike, or has he popped it already? Alright, he still has the Earth Spike to work with. There it is! The Earth Spike connects, and I believe the shards should be coming back online as well. This should be your first blood soon enough. If he can get to the shrine, though, he will survive. Actually, Sacrifice lets him go.
Yeah,
Did
Sacrifice.
he not have mana? He had the mana for it. I'm not too sure why he didn't continue chasing that.
I guess he just presumed that he would reach a shrine and didn't want to dive into a shrine early on. Yeah, Negi didn't have enough mana for the Sunstrike either. So yeah. They are bullying this Underlord though. And how's Axe looking on the offlane? Well, he's at least hit level 2 with constant pressure coming up from the Monkey King. So yeah, try versus try setup. Well, the Radiant do have something that's crucial for them, and that is Bartosai getting an early blink. While Underlord, I mean, he has no such crucial timing to hit. Of course, there is the mechanism that you want to get early on, but generally this hero is always a pest just with a couple of levels.
Lane, I think there could be a fight breaking out there. They have made a jump on the Tinker, but it looks like the ice shards were a bit wide. Sacrifice has crossed the level 2 mark. He just hit level 2, so the snowball wasn't available for that last gang. Might have been a whole different story if he had it.
In terms of last hits, Morphling clearly pulling ahead. Ursa keeping up though. 3 CS, 4 CS behind the Morphling right now. Sacrifice rolls in aggressively onto Pinoy. The Primal Spring is there. Will clip onto Barusai, holding onto the call, pump faking it, throws out the Battle Hunger though, and well, Sacrifice, he's trying to get out of there, throws out the shards, and Bartosai moves on to the Monkey King, scores first blood, and will pay with his life at the Shadow Word probably. It's Ursa who picks up a kill early on, a 1-for-1 exchange, and I do not think Aggressify will be happy with that. Monkey King for an axe?
Possibly because it was first blood, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But then again, it is the Ursa that ended up getting the kill, right? So that makes it a little more worrisome. Red on that Ursa, he's actually gone to the PMS and the boots. They might just find a kill here on Pinoy. They have the Hex coming out, but Sacrifice is out of mana. But with the Battle Hunger, or rather with the call, they should get that kill quite comfortably. So
Yeah.
funny thing happened actually the other day. I was browsing through our good old Dota2 India group. And you know how those posts come up, how to counter this, how to counter that.
Right.
Someone posted how to counter Axe.
Haha.
The reply to that came Ursha.
Ursha.
Ursha with an H.
Ursha.
Like Usha without the R.
I'm just going to call him that now. Ursha.
Ursha.
Ursha for you. Fudgy Fudgy.
And then after that I saw another post, how to counter posts. I lost it,
I
man.
love the Dota2 India group, man. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I have to say though, the Dire have drafted reasonably well. What do you think of the draft? I think they've got a little bit of everything.
They definitely do. I like the fact that they've gone with the standard one defensive, one roaming support with the Warlock and the Monkey King. They've got the Ursa, who's really good versus the Axe. In all seriousness, of course, the Ursa is good versus the Axe.
Yeah.
They've got the Tinker. No real hard counters for the Tinker. Maybe an Axe with the Blink and the Call, and a Sunstrike for the Vision. But you don't have something like a Clockwork. You don't have something like a Storm Spirit to jump in and stop him once he gets his Blink Dagger. I do like their draft, but at the same time, A5 has this draft that's built to fight early, built to fight often. Middle lane, are they going on the Tinker again? It does look like we had a rotation coming in, but it was a failed one. There is actually someone waiting behind. It's a Monkey King who jumps away.
Yeah. The real disappointment here for the Dire is that Negi is pulling ahead in the mid lane. Invoker versus Tinker, you'd think this is a matchup that would favor the Tinker, but Negi showing us his mechanical prowess, and he is coming out on top in terms of last hits. Queued up the Midas, gone for 2 Null Talismans early on. Invoke does take a lot of mana now, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe that explains the 2 Nulls, or...
Yeah, this is something I've seen, we saw happening yesterday as well. I don't remember who did it, but they did choose to go for double Null Talisman. I think it was someone from Go Figure. Yeah, it was Swashbuckler. I saw him picking up the double Null Talisman. But yeah, it does seem to be the go-to build for many invokers nowadays. Axe is really low here, but he's got the Tranquil Boots. He even chose to go for the Infused Raindrops before rushing that YOLO Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
Is his Shrine still available? Does he have Shrine up for grabs right now?
The base shrine?
No, of course the one next to his
Okay.
off lane. No, it's
It's on cooldown, yeah.
Bottom lane, they are converging. Looks like we might see a kill coming out on Hidden Mist. Here comes a wraparound flare in a good position to start this one. He'll start off with the Hex. Will end up getting the Snowball stun as well. The Earth Spike is there with the shards to block him in. It's a comfortable kill. Sacrifice. Scores another one for his team.
Yeah, that was with the waveform not connecting on the Underlord. This Monkey King though, he sat in lane for a bit. He has hit level 3. He's got Jingo Mastery and Boundless Strike. It's time for him to really show us what this hero is all about. And he hasn't had much success. Top lane though, Bartosai scores a kill. The Upheaval is there with the Firestorm. They're giving chase. Bartosai pops the wand, is staying alive for a little bit. The Upheaval slow, channel to its fullest. And Hidden Mist scores the kill.
Good stuff. They managed to get a return kill. It's an eye for an eye as both offlaners end up going down in succession. So far, so good for both sides, I want to say. Let's have a look at the net worth chart. It is, however, the Radiant that's in a commanding lead in terms of economic gains, at least. That Morphling has just been free farming. He's 3,400 net worth upon himself. He's even got 1 assist to help add to his tally. And, of course, the Axe, while he has died a couple of times, his risks have been paying off. Middle lane, I think they've gone on the Tinker once again. They do have the Ice Shards, Earth Spike, Cold Snap, everything again thrown at him. Neji gets himself a kill. The first one of the game for him. And that's one step closer to an early Midas.
Yeah, Monkey King just not at the right place at the right time. He was sitting in the bot lane and watching over the Morphling. Sure, he's getting a little bit of EXP, but is that what he really needs to make a difference? His rotations haven't really resulted in much early on. Actually, it's the Underlord who did get the good rotation earlier on. Bartosai doing well for himself in this off lane.
He's actually at level 7, which is a pretty big deal at 8 minutes in.
Yeah, and this is all just sitting in a lane. He's been contesting the enemy lane. That's more important. If he was AFK in the jungle, fine. You do expect
about a minute per level, right? A level per minute rather. And he gets a kill. They've actually got a rotation coming in from Sacrifice. Got that Battle Hunter slow kicking in with the dunk. Bartosai has proven that he's a basketball player.
They're stomping over Innovative Esports right now. Negi's won the mid lane. Tinker's died once. The safe lane for the Dire is an absolute disaster, and Underlord's died a couple of times as well. Victories all around for Aggressive 5 though.
The best part about the lineup or the tournament format is that it's a best of 3 and it's a double elimination bracket, which means you essentially have to lose a total of 4 matches to be knocked out of the tournament.
Right.
So 4 as in best of 3, you lose 2 games, you drop to the lower bracket, you lose 2 games, you end up out of the tournament. So only the strongest will survive, only the best teams will make it forward and will be getting the larger chunk of the prize money. But that said, all 8 teams that have made it here are walking away with a minimum amount of 10,000 rupees each at least. So
Wow.
they're all in the money.
Yeah, I think you can type exclamation schedule and exclamation brackets. Is that it?
You can type exclamation schedule. Yeah, you can type exclamation bracket. Sorry guys about the camera control. Vivek is a little autistic. I'm
Nope.
just kidding, guys. We're actually experimenting with a new camera setting. It's what they've been using at the majors and TI itself. So we're still getting used to it. It's like playing a whole different video game using these camera controls. So do bear with us. But we guarantee you that it is going to be a much smoother viewing experience than we've had for any Indian Dota event thus far. But for now, it is going to be Pinoy that gets sent right back to where he came from, as Parasai will smack him in the back of the head with his axe. What
Yes.
the heck is that cosmetic, by the way? Is that a hammer or an axe?
Oh yeah.
Freaking huge.
He's stolen Sven's hammer.
Bottom lane, it looks like Morphling is actually making a play on the pit lord as well. He actually dived in deep. Did they get the deny on that tower?
No, Morphling got the last hit.
Alright, they've got a mid tier 1, they're gonna get the top tier 1 as well. A5 just walking all over them here.
Yeah. Not a good laning phase for the Dire. Do not know how they recover from this. It's not like the Tinker has stacks to go back to. He's building towards his BOTs, but it's not going to be coming anytime soon. The Dire really in no fighting shape, and once Barasai gets his Blink Dagger, I foresee him making a lot of rotations early on. Gian being uncontested here in this safe lane. He's picked up his Perseverance, looking for the Linkins. I mean, we were having an interesting conversation earlier on yesterday that the Linkins could be skipped altogether on the Morphling.
Yeah.
Do you think this is one of those games where you could get away with no Linkins? Maybe just move into a Manta style, shrug off the laser.
I would actually. Wow. missed that.
Barosai. It's blink and then call. But
It actually is for the better though that he missed it, because
Yeah.
there's enough and more backup to destroy him.
yeah, in the words of Shadow Fiend, that was my plan.
But yeah, we were talking about how Linkins on the Morphling might actually just be one of those outdated phase builds. Parasite this time will get the kill. They had the Sunstrike to follow it up, so they do get the kill on him. They got the upheaval, but no fatal bond, surprisingly. Parasite getting chased down now. He should have a call coming back online soon. 2 seconds to go before he gets it. 1 second to go. Has the call for the bonus armor. Uses the call and then tries to TP out. Will not be successful though, as the Jingu Mastery stacks were already there upon the Monkey King for the bonus damage.
That's a mega kill streak going the way of Monkey King. And yeah, that gives him a quick 900 gold. That's phase boost for the Monkey King. And he's hanging around here near his own shrine, but not confident of jumping off the trees there.
Well folks, you should know that there is a giveaway happening on YouTube chat. Unfortunately, we've not hooked it up on Twitch chat as well, so if you are watching on Twitch, you can always move over to the chat for a moment if you want to participate. But the way the giveaway works is, well, I'm going to tell you that in a bit, because we're going to watch Melanie probably die here. The Sunstrike missed there. Right, so back to the giveaway details. All you've got to do is stay active in chat, and somewhere between the stream, we're going to pick a random active user. Or rather, we won't pick it, Nightbot will pick the user.
Okay.
So one random active chatter will get picked somewhere
Right.
along the course of the stream and will win something from Cobx. This is going to be happening every single day. We're going to be live between 3 PM and 6 PM every day here with the best of 3 from the playoff. So be sure to keep coming back, be sure to let your friends know, and be sure to help do your bit to support and take Indian Dota forward. The more viewers we get, the more incentive it is for folks like Cobx to continue supporting the scene. So your support would be much appreciated if you go out there and make some noise, like the awesome community that we know you are.
Absolutely. I mean, the community doesn't realize its own power, and well, hidden mist, he's been caught out of position. The Sunstrike is there, he walks slowly towards it. Negi turns his back on him. Style points for Negi there. Absolutely running all over Innovative Esports, and now Tinker trying to farm in the jungle, but look at Sacrifice. He's been on the spot with these rotations, and he's almost negated the Monkey King. He rolls in onto the Tinker, the Impale is there, Finger for good measure, and Sacrifice scores the kill with die shots. Good stuff coming out from Aggressify. They're pushing the Dire further and further into their own base, and not even letting this Ursa Warrior get the ages which he's been so wanting. Barasai has that Blink Dagger, Blade Mail as well.
It's looking good so far for Aggressive 5 now. We know that they are possibly the second strongest team in India, second only to NT Esports. I think as of now, they might just be the strongest all-Indian player-only team.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's something we have to watch out for nowadays. I mean, when they're calling out the strongest team in India,
but I mean, that's what
Yeah.
this tournament is for, right? We're gonna find out who the strongest really is. Look at the execution, man. It's just call into Sunstrike into dunk, and nobody survives that. It gives Badusai the freedom to just go hunting on his own like this.
what's
Great
a bit
stuff.
sad is that the Dai aren't responding to this. I mean, they've had a crappy laning phase. They probably need to win a team fight. They have the tools. They have the Wukong's command. Drop is at the ready.
But he hasn't put a point into the Fatal Bonds, which is confusing as hell.
I mean, Upheaval is tempting though. The slow does really do some work. But yeah, I agree with you. I mean, this early on, you do need Fatal Bonds to do some good damage. And Jian on the Morphling, confident that nothing will be done to him, does waveform just out of them. And yeah, the Dai grouped up. They see a Morphling, they're shit scared, not willing to commit. Even with the Monkey King granting all this vision. Jian even going for the D ward here. The Dai, when do they respond?
What's the net worth lead like looking for aggressive 5? Wow, that is
Wow.
a commanding lead, man. 15,000 net worth. Pretty sure the EXP is somewhere nearby as well. 10,000 EXP in their favor. It's an uphill battle, but it's not a battle that can't be won for Innovative Esports. It's like we said, you know, they have the wombo combo tools. I'm just a little worried that without the Fatal Bonds, they might not have enough AoE damage. But they will have the control for the Ursa and the Monkey King to land some good hits, and not to mention for the March of the Machines to work over and above that upheaval.
Absolutely.
In theory, it sounds good, but this is a Tinker 60 minutes in without the BOD. Look at this. We've seen this movie before, haven't we? Again, Badusai just jumps in, finds the call with the Blade Mail. On top of that, you get the Sunstrike and then a dunk.
Yeah, Bardos
You
are
know,
doing wonders here. It
yeah.
looks like a wraparound is on the card. Snowball in. Who does it catch? It catches the Monkey King. Excuse me, it was the Warlock. He channels his upheaval, will end up falling. And the Dire just running away from aggressive 5 here. I mean, you have to take this fight at some point. Like, are you going to run into your fountain every time you see them? Especially when you have tools that do allow you to fight early on. You aren't item dependent. You aren't waiting for an axe to get his blink dagger or the centaur to get a blink. They just need to group up and fight on the back of that golem. Anyway, it looks like Aggressify, they've had enough. They want to go high ground. While Flare gets a solo pick off on the Ursa warrior. And the next post coming on the Dota2 India Facebook page is how do you counter Lion?
That'll be the day, man. The day someone comes and asks, how do you counter this support? That's probably the day we leave the group ourselves.
Yeah, but Aggressify having a great time. Not too far away from the 3-2-2 legend. Doing really well for themselves. They've taken down all outer towers. They have vision almost everywhere on the map. What's next for them? Roshan and then high ground?
Yeah, I think that's the only thing really left to do. But Roshan is a tough move for them.
This isn't a tough move for Negi though. Finds the
Watch
thing
for the
though.
Sunstrike though. He's gonna try anyway.
Close.
Valiant attempt. Got it! Oh, he got him again! The rearm gets cancelled. Relentless pursuit here from Neji. He's ensuring that he gets that kill. How dare you buy the BOT, says Neji. Alright, they are going to be going for Roshan after all. Does Jian have any damage items over and above that Lincoln Spear so far? He picked up an Eagle Song, so yeah. They have enough firepower to bring this down. Probably going to need an Electric and double bit. Nah, never mind. Rush it down. Great stuff coming out from A5. They are showing that they are a more experienced and disciplined team so far. Crisp, clean executions, good two-man combinations coming out between Neji and Badusai. This looks like a practice team. This looks like a team that has played together very often and has found some sort of synergy and level of communication between themselves. Can we take a look at the Monkey King? Has he managed to finish up or get any closer to... Okay, he hasn't even got a Midas, so forget about the Basher. That's a pipe dream anymore. Ursa, meanwhile, what's his damage output looking like? He has just the headdress. Okay, then he's going for the Veil. So why am I saying Veil? He's going for Vlad's next. Oh, Melanie. quickly going down here. They do need the Sunstrike. It doesn't quite find him, but here comes an axe before starting forward. Another dunk on his head. Easy kill secured there. 21 and 3. The 2-2-3 might be
Jian
real.
jumps in, he moves on to the Monkey King and will secure the kill. Neat plays coming out from him here. And the only saving grace for the Dire is that the respawn timers are really short. They're all under leveled and way behind, and they're just going to come back soon. But Hidden Mist, well, he's going to keep them coming with those dunks of his. And yeah, tier 3 on the cards. I'm going to drop buyback status here, but I think it's pretty pointless. I mean, yeah, the Ursa Warrior does have buyback, but that's about it. And yeah, the racks under siege, it looks like Innovative Esports not contesting. Here comes the drop, it does connect on everyone. No fatal bonds to help them out. Here comes the bound to strike. Wukong's command not challenged yet. Tinker will fall as Jian, who gets the kill, gets one more on the Warlock. Ursa thrown up in the air, countered by the Pato side, and brought down ultimately.
The GGs have been called. They just smashed them out of the park. 20-minute victory here for Aggressive 5. But don't go anywhere, folks. It is a best of 3. This was just game 1 of the best of 3. And of course, it's a double elimination bracket, which means that even if well, whoever the loser of this entire series is ends up dropping to the lower bracket and has another shot. Stick around, folks. We'll be coming back with the next game. And hint, hint, who knows? The giveaway might just be happening after this game as well. This is Cloudx. I had Vivek casting, leading the cast for me here. We should be back shortly for the Cobx Indian Esports Championship. Don't go anywhere.
I can't find my way back to you till you make amends with the demons you've been through. I can't regret leaving you alone until you find your way back home. Find your way back home. drown. Don't let me drown. Until you find your way back home. I can't regret.
Radiant team ban.
Okay, folks, and welcome back to the Cobx Indian Esports Championship. My name is Vivek. Joining me here is Cobx in the studio. We've got Innovative Esports this time on the Radiant facing off versus Aggressive 5 on the Dire. Game 1, an absolute storm coming out from Aggressive 5. Bato side dominated his lane, no answers to deal with him. And the Monkey King pick coming out from Innovative Esports.
Reserve time.
Well, it was innovative, but it really didn't have much impact. Looking at the first set of bans here, Abaddon being taken out of the picture. So is the Magnus coming out from Innovative Esports. Just paying respect to the meta that IG retrended all over again. It was also worth mentioning that Innovative Esports banned out the IO earlier on.
10 seconds.
What's interesting is that Aggressive 5 are slowly starting to look like the team to beat in the Indian scene, right?
Oh yeah.
Before this, we had Beyond Infinity, we had Invisible Wings, we had guys like Entity Esports is still the big boss of Indian Dota right now. But Aggressive 5 slowly but surely are looking like one of the stronger teams on the circuit. However, let's see if Innovative Esports has learned from their mistakes in Game 1 and can come back stronger here in
Legion
Game 2.
Commander.
That's the beauty for best of 3, isn't it?
Radiant
A5 gonna open up with the LC pickup. This should be Butter Size off lane pick. They've chosen to ban out the Abaddon and the Slaughter. No Wisp bans coming out this time around, so perhaps we see the Wisp coupling up with the Legion Commander. Maybe even a Wisp with the Troll Warlord here for Innovative.
Yeah, there is potential for Aggressive 5 to pick up the Wisp. I'm not sure if they do play that hero, although it did get banned out. But Wisp and Legion Commander,
team pick.
lot of
A lot of synergy between those two.
Yeah, I mean you could always have the tether activated, then drop, press the attack on the Wisp, get that extra heal in the lane. But it looks like they're going for some more team fight here with the Phoenix. I mean, the Legion's going to be keeping someone busy with the duel, while hopefully that allows the Phoenix to get the egg off. But Troll Warlord with Battle Trance does get that extra attack speed to deal with the egg if need be.
Yeah,
And
I mean, there's definitely enough to deal with the Phoenix Supernova on the side of Innovative Esports, but at the same time, Aggressive 5 has plenty of synergy with the Legion Commander and the Phoenix. Pure damage, damage over time, attack speed reduction, all really good spells to go alongside the heal, with alongside the Legion Commander's duel, not to mention the heal that comes out from the Sunray as well, helping the LC to win the duel.
Radiant
yeah.
team
A5 gonna ban out the Darkseer next. Innovative, this Rubik pickup, a second pick Rubik seems a little dodgy to me.
Doesn't first pick Legion seem dodgy as well? I mean, it can be dealt with.
10 seconds
Pick up
remaining.
something like the Winter Wyvern or...
No, what I mean is LC is still one of the more, at least she's considered as one of the more potent heroes in the meta, right? It's not entirely a simple task to counter the Legion Commander. I mean, sure, you could pick a tri-lane that shuts her down, but you're still gonna have a hard time dealing with her when she goes into the jungle, and comes back out with a fresh blink dagger somewhere around the 12 to 15 minute mark. Innovative Esports though, they're probably looking for a Ricky or an Earth Spirit or someone that can go into the jungle and give her a hard time even if she does leave the off lane.
Monkey King still in the pool. They didn't have the greatest success with it in game 1, but why not try again? But Aggressify, they do ban out the Omni Knight. Guardian Angel, one of the better ways to deal with the duel. Although the cooldowns aren't very much in sync, Guardian Angel does have a significantly higher cooldown than Duel. But yeah, it is a way to foil a duel altogether. Next pick on the board for Innovative Esports, they're looking for a support, maybe even an offlaner, knowing now what Aggressify has picked up in the offlane.
What's an offlaner here for Innovative Esports? I mean, you've all 4 bans from Aggressify were essentially potential offlaners. And then you've even got a Magnus ban coming out from Innovative Esports. They're gonna have to fall back on something less conventional, maybe a Centaur Warrunner, perhaps I don't know, a Sand King or Clockwork maybe.
Could also pick up their secondary supporter who do a better job of contesting LC if he does fall back into the jungle. We haven't seen many junglers getting picked up in this patch at all. I mean, I did see Virtus Pro pick up Enchantress in one game, if I'm not mistaken. Was it game 5? I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, that was the final game that had Enchantress in it.
Anyways, it looks like they're going for the Nyx here.
Dire team pick.
Nyx, okay then. Why? Am I missing something here? Is Nyx really good versus the Phoenix? I mean,
no.
I guess you could cancel out the Sunray channel, but
you
that's
could.
not enough incentive to have the Nyx Assassin. Maybe when the LC does go back into the jungle in the mid-game phase, it is a decent way to go about hunting. And if they do supplement that Nyx Assassin with a Life Stealer, maybe they're going to have that Infest bomb potential as well.
You think mid-troll?
Yeah, I'm thinking mid-troll. A5 goes with the Kunkka though. We've got a Kunkka Phoenix support duo coming out here. Something we haven't seen in a very long time.
5 seconds.
It is actually pretty decent. I mean, if everybody comes to hit the egg, you just throw out the ship. In theory, it could work out.
In theory, yes, but in practice, I don't think everyone is just going to clump up around an egg and start right-clicking.
I mean, someone is going to.
You've got 2 range heroes that can do the job, right? Troll just pops the out. Rubik can probably take down an egg by himself at that point.
Yeah, Rubik could even steal the egg here.
I mean, that's hard. That's such a tall order, man.
Yeah, it requires the Phoenix to be a little bit lax, though. Anyways, they do pick up the Winter Wyvern. Cold Embrace does do away with the physical damage coming out from Legion Commander. It looks like it's going to be an offlane Nyx here.
Winter Wyvern again? Is there... Am I missing something here? I mean, I get that LC is weak versus the Winter Wyvern. Cold Embrace is good versus the physical damage, and once the LC has like a buttload of damage stacked up with the duel, you can always turn it against her own allies with the Winter's Curse. But A5, 4th pick on the board here. Do they look at this lineup and say, this is something we need to counter, we need something to deal with the Nyx and the Troll? Yeah, never mind, they're just going to go forward with what they're comfortable with. The Ember Spirit comes out here. If this is an Ember versus Troll matchup, I do believe the Troll should have the slight upper hand.
Right.
But we'll have to wait and see though, because it is going to boil down to how the Kunkka rotates towards mid.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Troll should be fine in the middle lane
5 seconds remaining.
versus an Ember Spirit if it is a mid Troll. They are looking here. They are looking to pick up something for the safe lane. Then, if you're reading this as a mid Troll, options.
So Aditya on chat has let us know that Innovation is from Manipur. It's a northeast team and they know Payday or Jian. So yeah, it's good to see some northeast Indian Dota coming in as well and making it to the top 8 teams.
Okay. Oh yeah, Jian is paddling, right?
Yeah, Jian is paddling.
Okay.
A5, last pick on the board for them, last ban before they move towards the picking phase. You've got a Slark ban coming out as you pointed earlier. A5 is still looking for their 1-position hero. Phantom Assassin is in the pool if they want to get greedy, if they want to play it safe, maybe run something like a Tempo Controller as their last position hero.
Life Stealer?
Yeah, I think Life Stealer would be good here.
Last pick for A5.
10
Looking for
seconds
something in the
remaining.
mid lane. There is some method of transport for the Lifestealer and the Phoenix and the Legion Commander. Heck, even the Ember with the Spirits.
Reserve time.
Lots of magic damage too.
Yeah, it's going to be the Lifestealer.
Yeah, this I can agree with. Infest bomb setups with either the LC, the Phoenix, or the Ember Spirit. Well, Innovative Esports, I'm not seeing the synergy in their draft. I'm not seeing too many ways to deal with A5's lineup either. Let's see what they go with their final pick. I'm still expecting them to pick up a one position hero here.
I think it's a mid laner that they're going to pick up.
How about a mid Ursa here?
Yeah, sure, why not?
It's decent
work.
versus the Ember, and it works well versus the Lifesteal in the late game.
10 seconds remaining.
Wow, you called it. It is a mid Ursa.
I'll take a pat on the back for that, my friend. But that is, at this point, I feel like the Ursa is the only really sensible pick in their draft, or the one that adds a lot of value at least. I guess you can now pair it up with the Troll Warlord and say yes, there's a lot of synergy there. But that Nyx Assassin is just sticking out like a sore thumb to me. I'm not too sure if he's even necessary in this job. They'd have done better by picking up a rather more conventional offlaner. Even a Centaur Warlord.
Yeah, a Centaur wouldn't be too bad. They could have definitely done with a more conventional offlaner. I mean, the Nyx doesn't have any easy kills just by himself. I mean, he's going to need a +1 at all times. Sure, he can scout out heroes that are moving across the map, but he's not going to be able to do it by himself. And unless the Rubik and the Winter Wyvern get the levels they need early on, it's not going to be easy pickings for the Nyx.
What was Pinoy playing in the last game? Do you remember by any chance?
Warlock.
And what was Melanie?
What?
Exactly, what was Melanie playing in the last game?
Tinker.
Okay, so they have clearly swapped things up here. Running Troll, or running someone else on the core role this time and swapping up to a support for another. Big shifts coming out unless they're just going to swap heroes once they load in. But is that even prudent? Because I don't think A5 even cares about who's playing what on the other team. Anyway, we're going to start this game off. Let's start off with a quick introduction then, shall we?
Sure.
We've got Flair on the side of Aggressive 5 playing that Phoenix. You've got Gian or Paddling playing that Lifestealer. Neji is going to be handling the Ember Spirit. Sacrifice on the Kunkka, which puts Barasai or Ban on that Legion Commander.
And on the other side of the river, all the way from the northeast, we've got ND Dodo playing the Rubik. Winter Wyvern being played by Red. Troll Warlord in the hands of Pinoy, who was the Warlock in the earlier game. Ursa Warrior being played by Melanie. And that leaves us with the out-of-place Nyx Assassin in the hands of Hidden Mist.
Yep, for those of you that are just tuning in on the stream, it is an absolute pleasure to watch you guys watching us and watching this match. There will be a giveaway happening sometime during this matchup itself, so do be sure to make noise on the chat. One random active chatter on the YouTube channel will receive goodies courtesy Cobx. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you when or how that giveaway is going to be happening, but you just got to be on chat and be active. And hey, this is going to be happening every single day, so no fret if you didn't win today. There's about 15 days of matches happening, so there's 15 opportunities for someone to win swag every day.
The battle begins.
I'm actually not sure if it's swag. It's probably like gift cards or something along those lines. But yeah, it's free stuff. Who's complaining? Anyway, what do you think, man? Do you think this is a clean sweep 2-0 for A5, or is Innovative Esports going to show
I think
us?
it's a clean sweep.
Yeah, I want to say Innovative takes this to a game 3, but I just don't see it happening. Not just because of the skill difference. I personally do favor the draft on the side of the die in this game as well.
Yeah, it is a drafting thing for sure. I mean, they do have the Ursa who does deal well with the egg, does deal well with the Lifestealer, but I also think that A5 are the better skilled players, and if Innovative Esports did want to win this game, it would take a great draft coming out from them. And I'm really not sure if the draft can cut it.
I mean, when you're playing against a team that you know is better off than you or has a higher skill level than you, one of the best ways to approach that situation is to throw a complete curveball and pick up like a full cheese lineup.
What would that be in this game? What would a full cheese lineup be for them?
I don't know, something like a meepo perhaps, or you know, like a tiny and a slaughter, toss crushes, all that jazz. Something fun, something that they might not be completely prepared and practiced against.
Yeah, they should have done that in game 1. Maybe.
But that again, that's what BL3s are for, right?
Bot lane looks. Okay, yeah, looks like the LC was being pressured, but did return the damage back and the favor back to the Rubik. I mean, he's fine. Purely in terms of offlaners, it looks like Hidden Mist this time on the Nyx Assassin is off to a better start. While in the mid lane, in terms of CS, it is pretty even. Melanie does have a couple of more denies to his name though. Bartosai, he was crucial for his team's success in game 1. Can he replicate that?
I'm actually surprised that Ember's managed to go eye for an eye with the CS here, with the Ursa.
Okay. Yeah, you think this is a lane the Ursa should be winning hands down?
I think so, man. Yeah, I mean, I don't see how the Ember Spirit really survives versus those Fury Swipes and Overpowers. Every time the Ember comes in close, he's just gonna pop the Overpower and smack him in the face, forcing him to use up his consumables and allowing him to free farm. I guess the only thing that the Ember has going for him is that he can push out the lane a little better and more effectively with the Flame Guard. But we are seeing rotations coming in as well. Winter Wyvern, not the best ganker, to be honest, towards the mid lane.
Yeah, 1 point in Arctic Burn might just be enough, might not be. Negi trying to run into that shrine, will pop it in a second, and not sure there's much Red can do here. He's trying his best with the Arctic Burn, but that was an unsuccessful rotation coming out from the Radiant. Meanwhile, Hidden Mist chase is on, but yeah, not pursuing any further. Flare doing his best with the spirits. Lifestealer not doing too bad in terms of CS, definitely much better than the Troll Warlord, who's sitting at 10 CS in the safe lane. Legion really contesting him to his very best. Only 1 CS, make it none. He's actually going toe to toe with the Troll. More denies his name actually.
That's not supposed to be happening. That should not be happening, man. This is an offlaner that's pretty much out CSing the safe lane on the enemy team. Barosai is having a field day here. Does he have consumables? In fact, he's just trying to man up and fight here. Pops suppress the attack, gets lifted, thrown back, the bash connects. The 10% is real, the 10% is more real now. The double bash connects. Pinoy, he's being blessed here. First blood goes his way.
Yeah, elsewhere, Flare trying to chase down Hidden Mist on the next sacrifice. He will have X marks the spot in a bit. The torrent available as well. It looks like the Nyx Assassin should be getting off. Torrent. Now, will it connect? Looks like it won't.
Why are your runes so big, man? On the minimap.
It's it's all the config, man.
Okay, I just realized, man, your runes are absurdly big. But yeah, like we said, guys, we're actually experimenting with some cool new console commands to make the camera look smoother. So we should see a marked difference.
We're also seeing a rotation to the mid lane. Here comes Red with the Arctic Burn, tanking up the tower. The torrent is there, will clip on those Ember, gets lifted back into the fight and turns around and says, I think I'll have you for lunch, Rubik. Moves on to those now. The heal is coming out from the Phoenix as well as the pure damage onto those. The Spirit going left, going right. They do get the kill. It's 1/3 and it looks like this might be 2/2 as well.
Yeah,
Sacrifice doing the necessary thing there.
good rotations coming out from them. They've done a fairly good job of counter initiating that while they ended up getting the kill on the Rubik as well. Bottom lane looks like there might be some aggression. I'm looking at a Winter Wyvern that's trying to dive an LC. That's not happening. It's actually the LC that's creep skipping now.
Yeah, Red. These supports, they're really lacking in terms of levels if I'm not mistaken. I mean, Kunkar's doing a whole lot better. Pasol is fine as well. This Winter Wyvern, I mean, he's trying to play the rolling support, I mean the rotating support position here. But there's not much a rotating Winter Wyvern can do early on.
So we're getting some comments on stream asking us to do a Hindi commentary. Guys, the reason we're not doing a Hindi commentary is because not everyone does speak Hindi here. We have a few viewers from the south and a few viewers from across the borders as well. So we're definitely going to keep it in English for now so that everyone can access it. But to you, sir, that is requesting a Hindi commentary, we will say Namaste and Swagat on the stream. Lifted, could be going down here. Sacrifice again in the right place at the right time. But the X marks the spot, sends Pinoy backpacking and saves his ally. Great stuff coming out from him. He's just making on-point rotations with a support that's not even meant to be a defensive support. He's offering a layer of defense for his allies.
Yeah, good stuff coming out from the supports on the side of Aggressive 5. They're really a whole lot more seasoned than the supports on the Radiant. I mean, the rotations coming out from the Radiant haven't really been effective. They did move into the mid lane, but they didn't accomplish anything. Here comes the nuke from the Winter Wyvern. No further chase though. Top lane, hidden mist, trading hits with paddling here. Impale, I think he's fine. Hidden mist just trying to hit his level 6 as soon as possible, and paddling says, I've had enough, I'm going to run you back to your own shrine.
Just manning out there. The neutral creep actually kills Neji. Was that intentional? What has he done?
Well, the duel was intentional and it looks like we won't have a winner this time, but Bato side does score the kill either way. Not sure what Neji was doing in the neutrals though. This was a misplay.
This had to be a misplay, man.
Yeah.
Oh well, it can be forgiven. They're 3-1, they've got a 1-game lead, and as of now, it is however the Ursa that's on top of the net worth charts. Melanie does have the phase boots and the infused raindrops now. So, do the infused raindrops even add any value here? Because I don't think there's a single instance of magic damage that will trigger it. Perhaps the overwhelming odds, only thing that can trigger it at this point.
Ember? No?
No, Ember can't. It's damage over time. It's not an instance above. I believe it's an instance above 150 damage that triggers it. Can you hover over the infused raindrops? That is not an infused raindrop.
No, just do fire remnants trigger it?
That's 100 damage per remnant, right? Can we look at the raindrops? What's the damage threshold? 120. So no, the Ember cannot. At least not until level 2 at least.
Okay. He just wants the mana region.
I guess. Or you just went autopilot mode and picked it up like you normally do. You know, you queue up all your items at the start of the game and then pick it up as you get the money for it. Anywho, 4-1, 8 minutes in. We're looking at Aggressive 5 in a fairly comfortable spot, except for the Ursa who's having a ball of a time. In fact, it looks like there might be another kill happening here down south. While in the jungle, Ember Spirit is being harassed by the Nyx Assassin as well. Let's move back towards the bottom lane. I think that's where we're going to see a fight. I do see the Phoenix coming in from the side here, along with a smoked up Kunkka. They're unable to find anything.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, Bato's high. I mean, it looks like a pickoff is on the cards here. Not sure who's going to fall first. The overwhelming odds did do a whole lot of damage. Here comes the Sunday trying to heal up Bato's side. The duel is there, a torrent as well. But Pinoy is healed up by the cold embrace, and it looks like we won't have a victor this time around. Here comes the Winter Wyvern pick you so disagreed with in the draft, Cloudx. They do get the kill onto the Phoenix, but the overwhelming odds, along with the new coming out from Rubik, it's a 1-for-1 exchange, and they lift up Sacrifice. He's been thrown back. Red, he does have the Splinter Blast, does throw it out, and it does clip onto Bato's side.
Great stuff coming out from Innovative Esports there. They end up walking away with a few quick kills. They did manage to force out a bunch of rotations coming out from Aggressive 5 as well. And while they did lose one hero in the fray, they end up walking away with a lot more. Looking at Barosai still being chased down here, but there's no Blink Dagger on that Ursa, so shouldn't be able to catch up to him.
Yeah, but there's the Winter Wyvern pick. Does end up denying the duel victory to the Legion Commander. Paid off in the end. Negi looking for that Invis rune, but there's a trap awaiting. The Impale will miss.
He's a ninja.
Good stuff coming out from Negi there. Did get the rune as well. Could turn around if he wanted to. But yeah.
Well, and we've got Flare Waiting in the wings here, just backing up Barosai. The Phoenix, we thought it was going to work when he got the Sunray channeled up, keeping Barosai alive there, but that cold embrace from the Winter Wyvern really just proving to be such a valuable spell this game. Stolen overwhelm the walls, that should do a lot of damage, but it is just a single hero there with Barosai. He could well just run in and duel that Winter Wyvern and probably get the kill here.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, top lane, paddling. Not going for the Midas first. Not exhibiting too much greed. Wants to fight soon and early. Not wait for the Midas to come online and then get involved in action. Ooh, top lane. Torrent into both. The Spike Carapace is there, but it's not going to keep Hidden Mist alive. Here comes the Rubik with the overwhelming odds, and he's promptly sent back to base, paddling with the double kill. And innovative esports being caught out of position. I say that and one more gets caught out of position. This time it's the Winter Wyvern who will be brought down by the Infest nuke coming out from Gian.
That's a triple kill for the Lifestealer. And any advantage that they were actually Barosai is going down in the bottom lane. He's juking through the trees. Ursa is just giving chase. He's going around, ring around the rose. He's still going around, goes back into the trees, wants to TP out, might just be able to get out there. He's going deeper into the trees. What is he waiting for? He would have TP'd out by now already. He's still joking. You've got to be kidding me. Just TP the hell out of there, please.
Oh, the bash! The bash coming in from the troll warlord puts a stop to Barosai's TP.
He had secured his escape. All he had to do was TP, but he tried to chop a few more trees and get a few more style points added to his name.
Yeah, really panning cues of tangos there coming up from the Legion commander. Didn't really get the juke that he was hoping for. But Negi, how's he looking in terms of farm? Going for the BOTs first. I see more and more Ember players rush the BOTs over the Veil. Yeah, Hidden Mist. Giving some much needed information to his squad. Here comes Melny. Storms the ground. The Impale is there. It's on to Negi. The egg will not survive too long. And Negi caught between three heroes from the Radiant. A cold embrace keeps Hidden Mist alive for a little bit longer. But the remnants are there from the Ember Spirit. It does secure him one kill and gives him another as well. What started out as a gang coming out from the Radiant results in two quick kills coming out from the Dire.
What essentially happened there is the Nyx's Impale animation got cancelled with the Searing Chains, and that just led into a wall of trouble, a snowball of rubbish coming out from them. They actually ended up missing the Impale on the Phoenix. That got him enough time to pop the Supernova, and once they popped the Supernova, that bought enough time for the cavalry to arrive in the form of Sacrifice.
Sacrifice. The Torrent will not connect. He was standing just on top of Nyx's TP though. Hidden Mist trying for his Impale. No, the Impale will whiff. And it looks like Negi is out of there. Elsewhere, Sacrifice out of position. Melny giving chase. No heal just yet. Barosai, he had pressed the attack, didn't use it though. And uses it on himself and gets the hell out of there. Flare joins him as well, swooping down from the skies.
Very strange indeed.
So they do get the Kunkka.
It's quite a strange set of affairs. It feels like A5 are just losing their discipline, are slowly getting punished for this. They lost both their supports in quick succession. This might end up costing them a tier 1 tower at mid as well. Pinoy does have the Battletrons available if he wants to pop it. There is the teleportation. He is possible just go to work on that tower. Sacrifice is in the vicinity, but he's here by himself. There is a TP coming in. They've got the gold, the torrent kicking in. Pinoy can go down with the Searing Chains, hold him in position. He's down for the count. And it is dual victory coming out for Barosai. Unfortunately, the Rubik only walks away by stealing the X marks the spot. He was aiming for the ghost ship, didn't quite get it.
Yeah, but Paddling has different plans here. He has the double damage. He's well, some people stand in this position for courier snipes. Paddling stands there for heroes. And he's trying to loop around the Winter Wyvern out of position. Will just get the cold embrace off. And no TPs coming in for this poor Winter Wyvern. He pops the Arctic Burn, tries to get the hell out of there, but will not be successful. It's an unstoppable lifestealer. And a mid tower being traded eventually for a mid tower. While all of this is happening, Negi by himself taking down the Radiant safe lane tower. The Ursa did have some impact, but the Troll does need space to farm, and with both his towers down respectively in the mid and the safe lane, actually even in the off lane, it's going to be hard for him to find space, because one thing that Aggressive Fight do well is group up as 2 or 3 and move into the enemy jungle aggressively early on. They're probably just waiting on Barosai's blink, which is almost complete. and then it's go time.
Well, since we've got a slight lull in the game, let me remind you folks that we do have a giveaway happening on this stream. It's going to go to one random active chatter on the YouTube live stream chat. So make some noise, folks. The giveaway will be happening soon enough. I'm not going to tell you exactly when. You've just got to be active throughout and one of you will get rewarded.
Okay.
And don't worry if you don't win today. There's going to be a giveaway like this every single day for the entire duration of the playoffs.
Everybody's a winner.
Everybody's a winner, yep. And if nothing else, it's an absolute pleasure to watch you guys tuning in for some Indian Dota. There are going to be some fairly cool matches happening later on as well. The top 8 teams that made it through the open qualifiers, I believe 160 teams participated and 8 actually made it through. So it is a big achievement in itself to just be here in the top 8. And well, the winners do walk away with a cool 2.5 lakhs.
2.5 lakhs for the winner.
First place is 2.5 lakh rupees.
Wow, that is a lot of money. That's a new computer, a Wagoner.
Don't do that, man. That if you start discussing what you could have done with that money and you don't end up getting that money, it is the worst feeling in the world.
New computer. So tempting.
Alright, we've got some morons on the road honking their bikes like they just bought them yesterday and got their license day before. So please excuse us if there's background noise. It should fade in a while. But we've got a smoke rotation coming out. Parasai, Neji, etc. moving through with a life sealer in his belly. The smoke gets dispelled. They don't have the vision though. Where's the protection? Doesn't matter. They're going on red. The only one that can actually stop this duel is brought down. And then there's the Phoenix egg right in the middle of the fray. Ends up bringing down the life sealer, or rather the Nyx assassin behind. Rather Nyx got away. I'm not too sure how. But the rest of the cavalry has been brought down. Claire gets the kill on Pinoy. Ursa comes in a little late to the party, just like the Mumbai police. What a winter's curse though! But there's the stun from Hidden Mist actually working against them. No one ends up dying. And now they're going to turn back on Melanie. Melanie's been hit with the cold embrace for now. Red will end up going down first, and then they'll come back to finish what they started, bringing down the entirety of Innovative Esports. It's a 5-man wipe, 17 minutes in, aggressive 5. Making the plays.
Yeah, 7,500 goal lead, and they've had enough of their careless mistakes. They'll quickly move into the Rosh pit, pick up the ages, and yeah, the next big objective is on the cards for them. The one-time aggressive fight group up and pop a smoke, they get so much out of it. And yeah, it looks like they do not have the HP to Roshan just yet. Going for the Shrine first. This does give the Radiant time to respawn, and with an Ursa on the team, you do want Roshan yourself. But yeah, it looks like the Dire will back out for now. They know the Radiant have respawned. They're going to take their time before they move into the Rosh pit. Probably get the next item before they pick up another fight versus the Radiant. Legion Commander. Actually, how's everybody looking like in terms of items? I mean, Troll, he's sitting with the Vlads 18 minutes in. That really isn't too much. In terms of levels, Sacrifice is level 11, while both the Rubik and the Winter Wyvern are just sitting at level 7 right now. And Nick sitting at level 9, Bato side level 12 himself. So clearly the Dire pulling ahead by a fair amount. Pasol, what's he looking like in terms of items? Building into that Midas will not be coming anytime soon, but he is a position 5. After all, he hasn't even gotten his talent just yet. But here comes the smoke coming out from the Radiant. It breaks immediately. They move on to Pasol. Pasol does have the egg. And no further chase coming out from the Radiant. Dire grouping up near the Shrine. Lifestealer infested into the Legion Commander. The Radiant better be careful. Bartosai leading the charge. Steps up the high ground there. But yeah, Hidden Mist is going to scout all of this out. Bartosai jumps in deep. He's all by himself with the Lifestealer inside. Here comes the boat. The duel might just be a failure here. It looks like Negi helped him secure the win. They did get the kill onto the Troll Warlord. Melanie in front in amongst 5 heroes. Pops the Enrage, but it's only going to delay the inevitable. And the Radiant have lost 4, while Rubik stays alive at the end of it all with a stolen duel. Rubik with duel.
I would love to see him win one of those.
I mean, who can he duel, honestly? But yeah,
so fun fact, if you end up putting a Lotus Orb on yourself and LC duels you, and the LC wins, he actually gets double dual damage from that one victory.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, there's always the chance that we're going to see Rubik going and dueling the LC himself and ending up losing that duel. That would still be single duel victory with the band. Anyway, it does look like A5 are getting closer and closer to making this a 2-0 whitewash.
Yeah, definitely on the cards. It will take them a little bit longer than game 1. But they're definitely walking down that path. I mean, Bartosai is still hunting for kills across the map. He hasn't got the Blade Mail early on. He's building into the Heaven's Halberd. But it will take a fair amount of time before it comes online. Radiant, are they looking to pop another smoke here? Troll building into that BKB makes sense with all the magic damage coming out from the Ember, the control coming out from the Kunkka. You just want to stand and hit as long as you can. Negi's gone for the medallion.
Is
this? I mean, are they so sure that he outputs enough damage that they just need something
Look at this talent tree.
for the lifestealer to steal?
Okay,
Plus 6 alls.
I mean, ideally I'd go for the movement speed, but yeah, I think at this point they're just really confident about being able to decimate the
Yeah, they just need to siege, and maybe that's why medallion solar flash.
Yeah, he's not even gone for the veil here.
Hey, skip the veil altogether.
Neji, is he gonna look for a solo kill by himself? I mean, he has the arcane rune.
It just breaks out of invis, clearing the creep wave. And, it looks like an easy ages for paddling there. Daya grouping up, high ground on the cards here. One good fight coming up from the Radiant could completely change the course of this game. Do they have it though? Can we see that Winter's Curse that could bring innovative esports back into this game?
Can we have a look at the net worth charts?
Oh
man, this is
20,000.
It's such an uphill battle here for Melanie and his boys. Or her boys, I'm not sure what gender that is. But they've still got their high ground in one piece, at least that's something they've got going for them. But they are fighting against a fully stacked Lifestealer and a fully stacked Ember Spirit. He's almost completed the Solar Crest as well. I guess that's just, he's just going for the survivability build, man. He doesn't want to go down if the Ursa jumps on him. He doesn't want to go down if the Nyx tags him. As long as he can stay alive, he can keep coming back in with those saving chains time and again to give control to his teammates. Spinoy, look at that. No veil, no fire remnants, and he still ends up dropping half of his HP just to the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, Negi just pushing out the top lane a little bit while the Dire gives momentum to the bot lane. Lifestealer pushed ahead with X-Mark spot, immediately pulled back though. And he is taking a fair amount of damage. The board isn't going to clip. It does clip on a Pinoy. Pinoy is dropping low. The Cold Embrace is there. The duel won't mean much. Here comes the arc, the Winter's Curse. And there's the egg on top of it all with the remnants coming out from Negi. It's a double kill for him. Melanie in the middle of three heroes, eventually brought down. Paddling is dominating and Pinoy buys back, might end up dying back here. Paddling moves on to the troll wall or does secure the kill. It's actually Bartosai who gets the kill with the overwhelming odds. And they see the Rubik, they bring down the Rubik. And aggressive fight, just stomping all over innovative esports here.
This is looking way too easy for them, man. I mean, they've just dominated in game 1. Game 2, they've not had much of a contest. In that last team fight as well, they had a few shenanigans, right? You had Bartosai jumping into the duel after the Cold Embrace was dropped. Then there was a Winter's Curse coming out on Bartosai, effectively rendering him invul, and that's when the Ursa decided to jump in and pound away on him. A complete symphony of chaos coming out from the Radiant side. They ended up losing that fight. A aggressive fight will end up taking a clean sweep 2-0 victory here, and this best of 3 has come to an abrupt end in the time that it would have taken a single game.
Yeah, those are two quick games coming out from aggressive fight. Short, sweet and simple, but good Dota altogether. And
Yeah.
Innovative esports. I mean, I did like that draft in game 1, but game 2 aggressive 5 was just too much to handle, especially paddling on the Lifestealer. Questionable move with the supports getting picked up by innovative esports, I'm not sure if this was the best support pairing, and it clearly shows. I mean, this replay is worth a study because it's worth watching and worth noting how much Flair and Sacrifice did on their supports compared to the enemy supports.
Sacrifice, man, he's been
making
those rotations really on point. Flair had the babysitting role, so no disrespect to him, but I've got to say I was really impressed by Sacrifice's rotations, and I want to see more of this team.
Yeah, but the crucial thing is Flair kept the Lifestealer in much better shape than Rubik could keep the Troll. I mean,
absolutely.
Rubik is not the hero you want to be sending on a dual lane versus the LC. Anyway, folks, I think that's all for today. That is an end to our broadcast. And Aggressive 5 lets us go home early and play some Dota.
Yeah.
My name is Vivek. With me was Cloudx. This is the Cobx Indian Esports Championship. We will be back tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow 3 p.m. Let me just say, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure casting this for you, and it is a breath of fresh air to see over 100 of you tuning in for the Dota stream. This is in stark contrast to the folks that were watching during the open qualifiers. I'd love to see you guys coming back tomorrow. Even if you do come just for the giveaway, do come tomorrow 3 p.m. Rather, come every day. We're going to be live 3 p.m. every evening with a best of 3 for the Cobx Indian Esports Championship playoffs. Anyway, folks, we'll leave you at that. Have a great evening. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.